You know many people hate politics. I repeat, politics as they believe that government has it, and that the government is full of politicians that are too powerful to push their agenda at the expense of general interest. Yes, we have corrupt officials, but we believe that there are some officials out there that follows the principles of honest to goodness service, and we must be thankful of them. Being involved in politics is just part of citizenship. There are other ways we can do that can even help or stimulate our national progress and development. But before that, I want to acknowledge the following selected references. Well, apart from that distress, I'll offer some educative thoughts on how we can promote responsible citizenship among our youngsters. I'm going to show you how to generate commitment from our younger generation, particularly in becoming civically informed through education, which I mean the training that is not just limited inside the four corners of the classroom. Education that can be learned from the other agents of socialization as well. Alright, let's begin. And here they are. Number 1. The Sangguniang Kabataan or simply SK. This government initiative through Department of Interior and local government encourages the development of the youth. We may encourage our youngsters to partake in direct political participation if they are interested in politics, as the actions may provide them the opportunity to thrive in democratic activities. Or, in another way, for common kabataan to support the SK program so that the era or the allotment for such initiative is fully utilized for the young citizen of our country. Next on the list is the Special Program for Employment of Students, also known as SPES. Leadership skills, computer literacy, political skills, work ethics, among others, are competencies that a prospective student employee can obtain from this internship-like government initiative. And yes, not all are admitted, but youths are reminded to be responsible in their scholastic performance, as there is no other way to be a SPES than having the entry required grade. Plus, you should pass the examination. And we should be thankful of the Department of Labor and Employment, as a certificate of employment is provided, which can be used as a credential for future work. This is exactly one of the qualifications I have used in applying for the job that I have today. Those are two initiatives that are personally known to me, which are of government's domain. There are numerous initiatives offered as well by the non-government organizations. Now, let's have some from the educational institutions. Number 3, student leadership. So at school, we have different clubs, youth for environment organizations or YESO, and many more. The most popular of those is the governing body of the entire studentry a campus has, and that's the Supreme Pupil Government for elementary level, and the Supreme Student Government for secondary, and the Student Council for the universities and colleges. All are a good training ground for leadership and political participation. Alright, let's move to number 4. Unbeknownst to many, it's the attached agency of the SPG and SSG, and that's the SSG Commission on Elections, or in short, SSG COMELEC. Suffrage, as we know it, is an essential mechanism for democratic practices. And we would be more than just happy to see our learners emerge in a simulated election process at schools as they act as if they are the truly voters of our state. Here, I provided some of the documentations of the practice. This time, let's forge ahead to number 5. I believe nothing is more influential in developing the civic values to the youngsters than registering in Scouts movement, whether that is for the two sexes. And mind it, there are lady scouters in the Boy Scout of the Philippines, but not the other way around, of course, in the Girl Scout of the Philippines. What is more interesting in this organization are the merit badges, which personify the competences a scouter should obtain, in which love for country and the duties entrenched in citizenship are included. Let's hear a testimony from Roy, who's then an Eagle Scout and now a ranked seaman based at London.
If I were to make a list of things that made my school days remarkable and fun, scouting definitely would be on top. As a scout, I was taught to live by our oath, law, motto, and slogan, and undoubtedly it harbors this principle and ideas which I live upon on my way to self-advancement. Scouting has taught me to be independent and strong enough to know my ways. It has paved the way on how I made myself a good leader, which I am now applying on a day-to-day basis on board international seagoing vessels. Know that wherever in the world I may be, it is with great pride and honor to carry the name of the Philippine Republic as a citizen in the seafaring rank, serving to keep 90% of the global trade moving.
So that was an interview with my former batchmate Scouter, and I told him how scouting helped him and becoming what he is today. So we are halfway through the presentation, and I will be giving you some takeaways, especially for those educators. Are there specifics in the field of curriculum instruction that may help us in fostering civic or citizenship education? I think the answer would be expectedly be yes, and these are in my list. You can take note of this. So nurture our learners' capacity to speak out. It's a no-brainer advantage in a democracy, as they are immersed in the freedom of speech and expression. We can have them support environmental advocacies such as clean-up drives. We can even invite fraternities and sororities to take part in this effort. Nothing beats the confidence of our youngsters than by supporting them in their extracurricular works. We ought to believe in our economic idea na kapag daragdag ng tiwala sa sarili ang pagkakaroon ng kasanayan. In our classroom, we can develop our learners through homeroom class organization under our guidance. This is where our learners are exposed in decision-making process, which is paramount in democratic practices. And lastly, let's immerse our learners in upgraded idea of citizenship. Let's move them into the level of understanding how to live together in the world amidst of these contemporary issues and concern. One good thing is the use of media for their advantage. We may urge them to involve an available online petition like this one, being made by the Greenpeace organization. If you want to know more about civic education, I have provided the links down below. You can check this out. With these efforts, I strongly believe in Gardner's model of learning. We are nurturing the human resources that would probably be the key of our development trajectory. Pilipinas, bansang pag-uunlad. Possible, together with the young citizens of our country, we can make a difference. Thank you.